Hi everyone, thanks for watching Smash Factor TV once again. Today we're going to have a look at helping you hit your golf shots a lot straighter. If straight golf shots is something you want and you're struggling with, maybe losing the ball left to right is the most popular miss I think for amateur golfers. Straighter golf shots are coming your way with this little drill. Let's go and have a look with some more game-changing golf coaching. Hi everyone, and thanks once again for tuning into Smash Factor TV. My name's Natalie Adams. So today's video tip, we're going to have a look at getting you to hit the golf ball much straighter. And we're going to do that by using a piece of blue tack and a T-peg. We're also going to have a look at using two alignment poles that I've got set up out in front of the ball. And we've got a white line on the floor here just to show us the target line, and that's pointing directly at the white alignment pole that I've got upright in front of the bay here. And about 2 feet to the right of that, I've got another pole, a red pole, that's going to help us to get control of the shots. And please remember to hit the subscribe button and click notifications. We release 2 videos every week. They're all geared up to help you get better at golf and to enjoy the game more when you're next out on that golf course. Okay, so the main thing we want to do here is with that piece of blue tack, we're just going to push it onto the club face, in the middle of the face. And we're just going to take a really long T-peg and push that into that blue tack, basically so that that T-peg's coming off the club face at a right angle, as you can see there. Now that's going to help you notice where you've got that club face aiming initially. So if we're trying to hit a straighter golf shot, we want to get that club face aiming pretty much down that target line. If we're going to get control, the more we aim the club face over to the left of that target line, the more the ball's going to start in that direction. And similarly, the more we aim the ball at the T-peg and the club face over to the right, again, the more we're going to start the ball over to the right. And what we want to do here with these 2 alignment poles that we've got out in front of us here is we want to work on a little drill here where we get the ball starting between those poles. So if we set up so that we're aiming that club face between those 2 poles, you can see the T-pegs pointing off in that direction. We then want to put your hands on so that you've got a relatively neutral grip here. So I'll put a link into the video to help you go through how to get those hands on in a neutral position that's going to help you bring that club face back into position as it started, rather than having, if you've got a strong grip, that club face would tend to turn more to the left, and if you're someone with a weaker grip, that club face would tend to turn more to the right if you're a right-handed player. So we've got the T-peg aiming between the 2 poles, we've put our hands on. It's now really important that you set up and you're relatively parallel with the line across your toes, your knees, your pelvis, your rib cage, your shoulders to that target line. Again, we don't want to have the line across your toes, your pelvis, your shoulders going left or right. It'll make it more difficult to swing that club directly between those 2 poles. Okay, so what we're going to work on here is keeping that face relatively neutral as we swing back. So we want to make a good turn of the body, and we're going to keep that club face pointing downwards towards the target line rather than twisting it up towards the sky or twisting it right down vertically to the floor, which would close the face there. So we're going to work on turning the body, keeping that T-peg towards that target line. We're going to swing to the top. We're going to work at the top on having a relatively flat back of the left hand and left forearm position. Again, that's going to help us get that neutral club face there. We're going to turn the body back to the left, pressuring into the left foot. We're going to make sure, again, we're returning with that club face rotated slightly downwards, certainly not with the club face and the tee peg pointing up into the air, as that would be a more open position. And then we want to work on delivering that tee peg into the back of the ball so that it's pointing between the two alignment poles, and then when we swing through, we get the shaft pointing between the two alignment poles as well. I think if you're someone that hits the ball over to the right with a slice, you would make more of this action through the ball. So you'd be pulling the club head across the target line. You wouldn't be able to swing and feel that you're pointing into the two alignment poles there, because you'd go more to the left and that club face would be pointing very much up at the sky as you do that, and that'll put left to right curvature on the golf ball. So we want to do this a few times, just nice and slowly to start with, just working on getting that swing through so you can feel how that club needs to move through. If you are someone that tends to slice the ball, you'd want to focus more on swinging to the right hand red pole so that you get the feeling of the club moving in more from the inside of that ball and swinging out, because you're more used to coming this way. And what we've got to do is just make sure that we do that to get the club releasing down the target line. And if we've got the club face pointing in that direction, you're going to hit the ball relatively straight and much more accurately at the target. Okay, so this will really help now when I go to do this, and I can start to pick up on where I've hit the ball. So if I've missed the two alignment poles, if I've hit to the left, I know the club face is rotated too much to the left. If I miss to the right, I know that I've turned the club face too much to the right. So I can really work here on my club face control if I can hit that golf ball directly through those two alignment poles. And then I can see where that golf ball finishes. It was really straight there, so I know I must have swung the club through towards those two alignment poles with the club face pointing in that direction, which is giving me a pretty straight golf shot. Have a go at that the next time you're on the range. It'll give you some really good structure for your practice rather than just hitting balls out, but it'll certainly help you to become a lot more consistent with your accuracy. You'll get much more control over that club face and hit much straighter golf shots because of that. It's another game-changing golf tip.